What's good, YouTube? Welcome to KaibaHacksDartz' first video. Today we're going to be taking a look at a deck list of one of my favorite decks, and that's the Clown Witches. Now, of course, it has clowns, right here, the Dream Clown, Crass Clown, etc., and the Windwitches. We'll get straight into it if you don't know about them. You know, the clowns, obviously, their effect is to go back and forth from using some of your various spells and traps and monster effects. Get them going back and forth between attack and defense, and you can usually pop some monsters or send them back to hand. And then the Windwitches are just a good engine to go with that. So, of course, we got 3 glass bells to start here. And second, we got 3 ice bells. Now, the ice bells are great. You know, when you have no monsters, you can special summon one of these bad boys, use its effect to bring out a glass bell, and then use glass bell's effect to search for something out of your deck as well. And then you can also do 500 damage. Now, it does lock you into wind monsters, but you know, that's not too big of a problem with some of the extra act monsters in the deck. Now we got 3 Dream Clown, classic staple. Like I said, when he switched to defense, you can destroy a monster on the field. Classic little shenanigans. We got 2 Crass Clown here. And he's pretty much the same thing, except he's when he's switched from defense to attack, you can send something to hand. You know, which can be pretty dirty on the extra deck monsters and such. Now we got Crane. You know, this is just good for bringing back some of our level 3s to go into those extra deck plays. You know, Xyz monsters and such. Synchros. Last up, we got Battle Fader and a Marshmallow. You know, these are just kind of your classic stall cards. Marshmallow, you get a bit of damage off on that. So overall, that's pretty good. Next, we'll move on to the spells. Now, these are somewhere where the beef comes in. You got the Stumbling. Now, this is great for slowing down your enemy, as well as, you know, speeding up some of your plays with the clowns. You know, when a monster is normal summon, flip summon, or special summon, change to defense. So we're rocking 3 of those. Next, we got Forbidden Chalice and Forbidden Dress. Just some classic stuff that you can use either way on your monsters or your opponent's monsters to maybe get a 1-up in certain situations. We got Reinforcement of the Army. Classic to bring out Dream Clown. Swords, just some more stalling power. And then just some classic staples, you know, with the Regeki, Harpy's Feather Duster, and the Monster Reborn. And that does it for the spells. Now we'll move into the traps here. Very similar stuff on this. Curse of Anubis. Change all effect monsters on the field to defense position. Their defense becomes 0, which, you know, you can use to maybe destroy some monsters. But also it's good for just, you know, getting your clowns off or maybe stalling out until you got some more going. So we got 3 of those. Zero Gravity. Same idea. Change the battle positions of all face-up monsters on the field. It's good stall power and helps switch those clowns out. Now we got Labyrinth of Nightmare. Now when you get this and Stumbling and maybe something else going, you can get some really weird plays. Because at the end phase of each turn, change the battle positions of all face-up monsters on the turn player's side. So you can obviously get your stuff going, and then also it can switch up their monsters, get them a little confused. But if you got that with Stumbling, your monster's going to switch twice. And that leads us into... Oh, and we had 2 of those, by the way. And that leads us into Final Attack Orders. Now, this one can be hit or miss. I like to run it, I don't like to run it, because sometimes it feels real good to get those clowns down with like a Stumbling, this, and Labyrinth of Nightmare, and you just get it flipping all around and shit. Feels real good. But avoiding that, you know, you want to stay in the bounds, because it does keep them in attack position. So it can screw you over. It always brings them back to attack at the end. So even though you're going back and forth, it's always going to end up at attack. So you might want to be careful when your monsters are left in attack. Next, we got Fusion Reserve. Now, a great switch out for this is Fusion Deployment. I would probably rock those if I had them. I don't have them at the moment. But they're basically the same idea. With a monster is listed as a material for a fusion monster, you know, you can search for that monster and add it to hand. But Fusion Deployment, you can bring it out, but you can't go into any extra deck monsters with Fusion Deployment other than Fusion. So it's hit or miss. It depends on what kind of strats you're doing. At the end here, we got Reckless Greed, Mirror Force, and Solemn Strike. You know, just some classic play cards, something to speed it up because the clowns can be a bit slow. Mirror Force, you know, classic Solemn Strike, just to maybe stop those plays. Next, we'll move into the extra deck and finish off here. 3 mech-equipped Anganier. Now, these bad boys are beautiful. You can do a lot of stuff with them. And it's once per turn during either player's turn. You know, you can detach something, target a face-up monster, and change it to defense position. So you can use this on your clowns, but also it can't be destroyed by battle or by card effects this turn. So, you know, you could protect your clowns. You could use it on the mech equipped itself. It's stall power. It helps with the clowns. So 3 of them recommended. Next, we'll move into the Windwitchy side of things. You do have 3 Winterbell. Now, you can get into the other Windwitch monsters and get some of the fusion stuff going and stuff, but I prefer just to stick with this, keep it a bit more simple. But this card's real dirty. You can get a lot of damage off in the fucking in the main phase. Then you can go into the battle phase, bring something out, and maybe main phase 2, use it to get some bigger plays out. So they're real fancy, you know, got 3 of them. Now, the Bakuri box. Now, this is what you want to go with the Fusion Reserve. Because, see, Dream Clown and Crass Clown are both named on there. Same with Fusion Deployment. It can bring the Dream Clown and the Crass Clown out for you. So you'll just be using this as long as you have this in the extra deck. We're not actually summoning this. It's just because it has the materials listed on it, so we can search them out. Now we got some Clear Wing stuff, because the Windwitches do lock us on the turn that we bring them out with their effects into wind monsters. You know, we have some wind synchro-y stuff that just, you know, helps out with the different plays. Clear Wing Synchro. I don't think I've ever gone into this, but, you know, it's just for fun. Clear Wing Fast Dragon, of course. Grenosaur, or whatever it's called. Yeah, Grenosaurus. You know, just little things that that work with the deck. I don't have too much extra deck stuff going for it too far. But a lot of that basic stuff, you know what I mean? Castell, Leviathan. Just basic stuff. Tornado Dragon. All this can be beefed up, of course. And a lot of cards can be switched out. You know, like I said, Fusion Deployment, Blade Rabbit. You can have more clown-based stuff. There is like Pete and the Dark Clown and stuff like that do have some weird effects. But this seems to be a pretty useful strategy. You can go in and get a lot of stuff out with the Windwitches. And if you need to, you can stall out. You can get a lot of stuff destroyed with the clowns. It gives you a lot of versatility. Like I said, yeah, overall it's a pretty good deck, and I recommend, you know, making one for yourself. It can do pretty good at locals. I'm still beefing it up, of course. We'll just do a quick little run through, you know, the traps, the spells. And like I said, it's mainly just about, you know, keeping those clowns moving, keeping them safe. And just trying to survive to that next turn so you can do some crazy, you know, maybe Windwitch burn damage. Or get something stally out like the, you know, the Marshmallow or something that can hold your ground. Cranes. Lots of good potential. And there's a couple other cards, like I said, you can side deck in. Like I got some examples here. Like the Freeze Bell can do really crazy stuff. Thinking about getting that in there. The Windwitch Chimes can help you get a search for more Windwitch stuff, but I don't seem to have too much of a problem getting them out. But if you did, you can get this out. And there's lots of other options to go in for in terms of switching their positions. And you know, tell me if you think I missed anything. If you like this deck, classic clown stuff mixed with the new age Windwitch stuff to speed it up, get it into the meta a bit. Of course, some hand traps and stuff like that. You know, some removal like Kaijus or Lava Golem. Of course, going to help you. That's what I have rocked a Master Duel. I have a Lava Golem somewhere, but she's just not in the deck at the moment. But other than that, like I said, you know, make sure you tell me how you like the deck. Tell me if you're going to build it. If you do, you know, Master Duel or real life, if you're going to run it. The clowns and the witches just do some magical stuff together. All right, and thanks for watching. You know, make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. If you liked this deck list, you know, we're going to be doing more soon here, as well as some other Yu-Gi-Oh content. Leave a comment, like I said, let me know what you want to see, and if you like this deck list. And thanks for watching. Peace.